Good afternoon. Is this on? Can you hear me? Can everybody hear me? I gotta get up here. I just want to thank everybody for coming today. Without you, this doesn't happen. My name is Steve Stone. I'm the chair of the board currently. Really appreciate everything that's been done here with the Aurora schools putting this on. I know we moved from Mount Vernon. I don't know, do we have any cameras? I wonder how many people showed up at Mount Vernon this morning that are waiting up there. But there was 10, he said. No, we really appreciate it. I just want to say thanks for coming. And today I've asked Colby Callwhite to come up and give our invocation and get this thing kicked off.
Please bow your heads with me. Heavenly Father, thank you for bringing us together today. We are grateful for the members of this cooperative and for the communities we have the privilege to serve. As we conduct the business of this meeting, grant us wisdom, humility, and a spirit of respect. Help us listen well, seek what is best for the membership, and make decisions that honor the trust placed in this cooperative. Bless our members, our employees, and their families. Keep them safe and continue to strengthen the communities we call home. In Jesus' name we pray, amen.
Would you join me in reciting our pledge? Would you please stand? And afterwards remain standing because we'll have the national anthem. Our flag's over here to my left, your right. Now my more immediate left. Okay. I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
I'm going to introduce you. Sean Taggart, our attorney, I think, is going to come up and do the real part of the meeting here. No, you can go up now.
No, go ahead. Okay. So we're going to do the official business of this annual meeting. First of all, we need to establish the quorum. As of 11 o'clock, we met that quorum requirement, which was 302 members registered. So we do have a quorum and we can conduct the business of the cooperative this year. Next, we need to approve the notice and proof of mailing. Rather than read that, normally we ask for a motion to waive the reading of that. The notice was sent in the July Rural Missouri Magazine. Can I have a motion to waive reading and a second? All in favor, indicate by saying aye. Aye. All opposed? Thank you. Then also we need to, the agenda was also published, and if there is no objection, that agenda will be approved. Is there any objection? Hearing none, the agenda is approved. And next up will be Ryan Post with the Secretary Treasurer's report.
I'm Ryan Post. I'm the Secretary Treasurer. It's always an honor to get up here each year and discuss a little bit about the finances with you guys and let you know where we stand financially as a cooperative. Our current equity is 56.5%. What that means is that you all, the members, own 56.5% of this cooperative. Collectively together, we all own the cooperative that much. And that's a 3% increase from last year. And so what that indicates to us is that we have less interest risk from borrowing because we own it ourselves more so. And so it gives us some real financial stability to protect rates, to protect borrowing, and it gives us the ability to do projects if we need to add members to the cooperative. Currently, our debt is down 1.7% from this time last year, while total assets have grown by 4.4% to nearly $230 million in assets that you guys own as a cooperative. We're a pretty large co-op in the state, and we're in a great financial situation. And when these board of directors sit down every month and discuss things, we make every financial decision to keep the promise of the co-op in mind. The financial promise to pay back patronage to the members of our past, keeping the promise to keep rates as steady as possible for the members of today, and building a co-op for the members of the future that they can inherit and that can operate well. This cooperative has been committed to giving back to you for your investment in it since its inception. That's how it was designed to operate, and that's how it works. Last year we paid back $2.6 million in capital credits to you guys. Each member got their share of that. Not only that, but also margins were good as we paid down debt and as we were financially responsible, and we had a good year or a bad year, however you want to figure it, with weather, and the co-op collected more money than anticipated. But because of the cooperative model and because this group of individuals can make decisions what to do financially locally to be a benefit to each member, we gave back a one-time bill credit that totaled $3.5 million to go back to the membership last year to help you guys and to appreciate your guys' participation in the cooperative model. And I said this last year, and I mean it because I think it's important for us to always remember, a cooperative is not just a tax class. It's not just a filing that we make with the IRS. The cooperative model is a way of life. And it's something that I think that because you're here in this room, you believe in as well. Now, I've got to get down to real business so we can keep moving. I would like to make a motion that we dispense with the reading of the previous meeting minutes. They were published. Can I get a motion to dispense with the reading of those? Got a motion and a second? All in favor? Also, is there a motion that we dispense with the reading of the Treasurer's report and accept it as filed for audit? Can I get a motion for that? Got a motion? A second? All those in favor? Any opposed? All right, thank you.
This is the part I always really enjoy. You can tell if you've seen me before, this is it. This is. I have a fear of speaking in front of people. Not you guys though. You're my family, right? Hey, every year whenever I do this or try to decide what I'm gonna report or what I'm gonna say, I look at the year, see what the challenges are, what the angst are amongst the people in the world really right now. But I titled this thing that I came up with, "Times Are They A-Changing?" And I think that we could all say that you hear that everywhere, don't you? Things are changing faster than ever. And I'll admit that they are, but I'll also say, but changes have always happened, especially in the electric co-op. Nearly 90 years ago now, when electricity first came to rural southwest Missouri, it felt as big and just as uncertain as things appear today. But it changed the way people lived. The people back then, I mean, it would have been terrible not to have done the job that they did before us and get the electricity out there. It changed how we worked, and it changed what was possible out in rural America. But I would venture to say that not everybody was convinced that it was the right thing to do even back then. I would say that there was lots of people that said, I don't know if this electricity thing is going to be worth it. What do you guys think? And that's the same familiar, that sounds familiar to me today with the things that are going on today. But when you step back and look at where we're at today, it starts to feel really familiar. Because we've been here before, but then this cooperative was building the very first miles of line back when it started. The challenge was simple, just to get the power out to the people. Today, the challenge is different, but the responsibility, our responsibility is the same. Now we're strengthening that system, adding capacity, upgrading infrastructure, and making sure it can handle what's coming next. Back then, people asked, is electricity really worth it? Today, the question is, can the system keep up with what people want? Back then, supply was limited. Today, the demand for electricity is accelerating. We once worked to bring power to the countryside. Now we're working to keep up with how much power the countryside needs, because it needs a bunch more than it did back then. And just like then, fairness matters amongst this cooperative, the members. We have to do this fairly. Back then, it was about access. Today, it's more about cost. Making sure growth, all the growth that we have, pays its own way, and that the new demand doesn't shift cost onto the members who built this system. Because this cooperative was built on a simple idea: we take care of each other. I'll agree that technology has changed, but that's nothing new. Back then, electricity itself was a disruptive force. Today, it's new demand, new expectations, and a grid that has been stronger and more responsive, and that has to be more responsive than ever. The tools have changed, adapting has not. And one thing that hasn't changed at all is just that this cooperative, Ozark Electric, belongs to you all. And without you all, this is impossible. There's always going to be outside pressures, though. There's always going to be opportunities that come with big promises, but our responsibility is to you. Looking ahead, you're going to hear more about growth, more demand, larger loads, new opportunities. And here's kind of where I stand, or where we stand. Not all growth is good growth. If it comes, it has to pay its own way. It cannot shift cost onto you, the existing members. And it cannot compromise reliability. We're not here to chase trends. We're here to protect what's been built. But what's been built works, and it works because of the people behind it. The employees show up in all conditions, all hours, and do the work that keeps the lights on. They don't ask for recognitions. They just do their job, and they do it well, and I want to give them a hand. It also works because of the leadership over time, with the staff, with the CEO, with the board. And today is a day we're going to recognize and honor a board member that's retiring after over 40 years of service. That's 4 decades of showing up, making tough decisions, and staying focused on what's right for the members. Odie, personally, I just want to say thank you for your dedication and everything that you've done for this board. So with that, our times are changing? Yeah, they really are. But they always have. And what feels like disruption today is often just the next chapter in a story that's been unfolding for generations. The same challenges, just in different forms. The same responsibilities carried forward. We're still a member-owned co-op, and we're still focused on reliability, fairness, and long-term responsibility. We're still committed to making decisions locally with our members in mind. The tools have changed, the demands will change, but the mission does not. And if we stay grounded, disciplined, and use common sense and with focus on doing what's right, this thing will always continue for our kids, our grandkids, and their kids and grandkids. But it's going to take us all. It's going to take a team effort to do that, to make sure that we get through the next changes that come. But with that, I just want to say thanks for trusting in us, and thank you for being part of this Ozark Electric Co-op. Thank you.
Good afternoon. I'm Patrick Oschlager, General Manager of Ozark Electric, and I'm going to echo some of the things that Steve said. You've all been so patient and kind, sitting so attentively. And I would like to thank Aurora High School, the administration, the folks that helped our team. Our leader for this thing is John Davis. He's the manager of member services with his team to pull this off, and he pulls from all of our resources with our cooperative. And you saw the green shirts. I mean, look at that wall back there, and then some are trying to hide from you that are outside in the atrium there. And then there's some up here to my left. Okay? I believe this when I tell you have the best team of employees at the co-op that you could ever hope for to take care of you, and they've proven themselves over and over and over and over again. I love coming and hearing many of the stories and the things that you guys have recounted in engaging with our folks on your homes and throughout, and it blesses me to be able to do that. I also, and like Steve, you get to this point, you're like, what are you going to talk about? You know, I do my video, I write an article, you hear enough from me about that stuff. Who was alive in the year 1980? Show of hands, come on, be bold, come on. Yeah, yes, put your sister's hand down. She was not alive in 1980, good for you, you knew. So we're going to take a little trip down 1980, okay? I'm going to do this so that I can read here, because I'm getting aged a little bit here. Who was the president in 1980? Anybody remember? Jimmy Carter. The end of the year, though, it was Ronald Reagan, right? The average annual income in the U.S. was $19,500. Can you believe that? The average cost of a new home was $68,000. The price of a new car was $7,200. The average kilowatt hour was 4 cents. Move that forward to today and it's 14.5 cents. Things have changed a little bit. We're talking about 1980, all right? In January, the U.S. entered the biggest recession since the Great Depression of the 1930s. The crime rate reached a record high of 21.5%. Later in December, inflation hovered between 6.5 to 13.9 throughout the year, and the unemployment rate teetered between 7 and 8%. Star Wars: The Empire Strikes Back was your favorite movie. Call Me by Blondie was the most popular song that year. Do you guys remember any of this stuff? Okay, all right. I knew who my audience was, that we would have people that remembered the 80s, like me. And then also, Mount St. Helens blew up, and blew ashes everywhere, right? We also had, there was a horrible just drought throughout the Midwest into the southern states, caused over $44 billion in agricultural damages. And those of you that were farming, you remember 1980 and the devastation that came through this region. Let's see what else we got. John Lennon was shot and killed in New York. Post-it notes. Everybody uses a Post-it note. That happened in 1980. It changed our lives. Post-it notes changed our lives. McDonald's, now you kids can pay attention. McDonald's introduced Chicken McNuggets in 1980. Banner year for McDonald's. Revolutionized the Happy Meal. The computer modem was invented. Pac-Man was your favorite arcade game. Pac-Man. It wasn't on Nintendo. It wasn't an Xbox. Nothing like that. And for sports, the Philadelphia Phillies won your World Series, the Pittsburgh Steelers won your Super Bowl, the New York Islanders won the Stanley Cup, the U.S. Olympic men's hockey team performed a miracle on ice. I love that movie, right? And you know what else significant happened in 1980? This young man over here, O.D. Cope, joined the board of Ozark Electric. 46 years. That's 15 elections. And I don't know how you can replace the presence. I've been at the co-op 32 years next month. My entire career, this guy has been holding the co-op up. I've learned so much from him. If he tells you he's going to do it, it's done. If he's going to make a way, you better get in line behind him. And you better not try to fib to him. I don't know what your grandkids probably go through if they try to fib. He scares me to death. Which is a good thing you want. You want a humble reverence from your general manager to one of the lions on your board. And I just can't tell you how big a champion he's been for you. He's been through some really, really hard things. This job in this industry isn't a cakewalk. It comes with challenges. You've got to have a strong spine, convictions that are as long as the day is. You got to have a family that holds you up, and he does. He's at the top of the food chain in his family, but he's replicated himself all the way down through that entire family. I know they're an incredible blessing to this entire region, and I don't know what I'm going to do. I'll probably pick up the phone and bug him anyway. But from the bottom of my heart, O.D. and Pam, thank you for everything you've taught me to help me be a better leader for the co-op. So I think I'm going to stand to clap for you, if you don't mind. Thank you. Okay, so I think I can talk him into saying a few words, if you don't mind. I'm sure he's got something to say after 46 years. So let's turn it over to O.D.
Well, I want you all to know that it's been a great honor and privilege and a pleasure to represent you on this board for this many years. I'll go to my grave and cherishing it. You've all been great supporters of mine. I know lots of you through MFA and through Young Farmers. And I appreciate you all. I appreciate the people of this country and community. We're all country people. You've got a strong co-op, as you've already heard. Compared to the co-ops across the state, it's done very well. It's rolling stock's good. Its buildings are good. Its lines are good. Right-of-way's good. Strong financially. But I'll tell you the best part of it, and you've already alluded to it, is the employees. We've got some of the greatest employees, and they make a company, you all know that, and they're all community-minded, and they're all good people. And I've seen lots of change. I've seen 4 different managers. They've all been good. Their ways are different. They've all been good. But I tell you, your manager now is a great individual. Patrick Pruitt's well respected among the state and among the AMEC. AMEC manager told me that he's one of the best in the state, and I believe it. So you've got a cooperative to be proud of, and not that I had anything to do with it, but you really have, and I've appreciated your support so much. You know,
not been through many elections. Most of the time I ran unopposed, but we've had some elections. You all were great to support me. I won't ever forget you. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Okay, next up is the election of directors. District 5, Ryan Post, and District 8, Marsha Moreland, were both running unopposed, and so they are each elected to a 3-year term. In District 1, there was a contested race between Wendell Boland and Wayne Morris. Wendell Boland got 99 votes, Wayne Morris got 27 votes, and so Wendell Boland is elected to a 3-year term as well. I'm not aware of any unfinished business, and no new business has been indicated. So if there is no objection, we will be adjourned. Hearing none, we are adjourned. But stay tight. I think there's a drawing.